Hey everybody, it's Triple J. Welcome back to another episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. Alright, today we are going to work on this neighborhood. Let's expand it. Let's expand it out and let's hit that milestone, that 38,000, which we might even hit while we are building it. But let's put this in and kind of see how it all gets laid out. Now, something I might want to do right here, you can see this road curves. So this is obviously a different angle than this road. Now, I could just go straight off of this. But what might be kind of nice is that's how these are angled, right? But what might be kind of nice is if we went off of this to just ever so slightly create a different angle of the road. So I'm going to bring that through, kill that connection, and then just pull it through later. Bring this out. I'm going to do the same thing. That. Because I don't think I'm actually going to have this through here. Or this. But what I'm trying... just being able to add in another spot here. Like that. And then what that will do is just ever so slightly give us a different angle of housing and make the grid just feel a little bit more interesting. We do sacrifice some of the zoning, but that's not a concern of mine, to be honest. Now, the edges of this roundabout, so we're going to definitely carry through this like walking path system that we're putting in, because I don't want to zone on this avenue, and then it creates a more clean, it's a cleaner zoning squares on these edges here. So maybe we'll just stop it there. I might want to bring... I might actually want to bring a road through. Like, what if I did another road there? Because I kind of want this to feel somewhat integrated, I guess. And then... because they can't walk, so they're going to need a way to get around. We may want to do some sort of like raised roundabout in the center of this and then have it link up to all the different sides, because pedestrians technically can't walk on the highway roads. So we may want to give them... that's not what I wanted to do. We may want to give them some options. To walk. So we can just do that for now. Pull that up a little bit. Maybe even put a fence through here. Yeah. Just to, be clear. Like, don't walk onto this oncoming traffic, please. It's a bad idea. Great. That also gives us a lot more zoning right there as well. Okay. Then we can let this... we could let this dictate the rest of the zoning for this area. Otherwise, yeah, because otherwise we're just going to have that straight grid. So I think that just that slight curve is going to be accentuated even more by bringing this straight through. See what I mean there? Yeah, that's really nice. And then we'll bring that down. I mean, it's not, you know. Can we have this? I guess once we get to this avenue, though, I don't know where all of this is going to live. Let me hit play again. Or if we should leave a space for, like, a bigger park in here, perhaps. Like, do we want to bring this avenue straight down? And then this, create this to be the separation? Oh. Yeah, I could get down with that. Not have this connect, just to avoid too many connections to the intersection there. But then we have 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 right off this avenue. And I think that's totally valuable. Did we just have someone? Did we just have a? We won? Excellent. We do have a dead person waiting for transport, but I guess you know, that I guess it was a very, very good game. I don't know. We probably should try to avoid less dead people at our stadiums, but hopefully that gets cleared up soon. Yeah, and I don't think I want this to continue straight. I think this could just end here, and then yeah, like I was saying, this bigger block could be something else there for an avenue. And then yeah, this, we could, between these two avenues, have something maybe a little more grandiose in here, because we are kind of inching back toward the city a bit. Yeah, I think we're gonna want to weave more interesting things through this interchange, kind of like we did on this side. Just, I want to have a little bit more stuff kind of bumped up against the intersection there. Make that feel a little more full. But okay. I think that is good. I might do... What would that look like? That's not bad. That is not bad. Gives us... So we still keep the zoning, but now we're not zoning on that. So I'm actually okay with that. And I want to go... I think I decided I want more people in here instead of a big, like, park or something. Yeah.
With yakisoba, the noodle masters. No matter what stage of life you're in.
Is that is curved a little, isn't it? Huh.
All the way to those
Okay.
final of noodles. Every occasion has a noodle at yakisoba.
Okay.
So experience something different.
It's all watered. We're gonna probably need some more services running through here.
To be prepared. We all want to be sure that the people we leave behind.
Having these. Why was this abandoned? Worker education was too low. Okay. Not concerned about that. What is our school situation? Yeah. We want to be right there in that middle anyway. Oh, we don't have enough capacity for university students. Whoa. Okay. Well, we could create like a satellite campus of our trade school, or we could have another university out here, which, you know, we could totally put an in-town university here or something. But wow, we are really short. We are short by like 6,000 eligible college students, but only a capacity of 2,300. So you don't want to be in the red, obviously, but you don't want to necessarily be over in the green too far either. You kind of want to be in the center, because you have to remember, just because you have, like, they're going to graduate and then they're going to leave and more students will come in, right? So your eligible students will increase, but you're not going to need an overcapacity of it, right? You kind of want to be in that center where you have a little bit of this. So you got to keep adding schools, but you don't necessarily want it to be like spiked in the green, because that's not efficient for your budget, because kids come in and they leave, right? It's a cycle. So yeah, you kind of want to be in that middle ground. But that's not great, actually. Now we're over 6,000 because we do have more people coming in. So that's might be what the commercial buildings are complaining about. Well, okay, we pivot a little bit over here to our trade school. Which is this, yeah. I mean, we could add more dorms. We don't really have a lot of room though over here for more buildings that I want to put in. We also don't have, it unlocked yet because we're not acclaimed. We need more attractiveness. We have enough students, and we definitely have enough academic works, but we just need to up our attractiveness. Okay. We could put in a school of tourism and travel. These buildings are so massive. But I think these can these live outside? Oh no, they have to still be within the university district. I mean, I could add more fountains, perhaps. Could create a little or I could put another one of these in. Just have a couple of these floating around in here. That. That's not great, but I could hide that with like a bush or something. How do these fountains look? They overlap. I do have these that match this. I don't know if that's quite what I want. There we go. Look at that. We finally hit Colossal City. 38,000 population. We do have access to yet one more tile. New helicopter services, pathways. We now have floating cafe, nuclear plant, cargo hub, thermal energy, and helicopters. Helicopters, man. I haven't put helicopters in a very, very long time. But so, okay. Well, before we look at that tile, so maybe what I could do is just sort of run this down a little bit. Make that feel a little bit more, I don't know, integrated, I guess, into the surroundings. Now they are doing a little of that dance, which makes it tricky. You can sometimes try to use page up and page down on that, but because what they're doing is they're conflicting, they're kind of struggling with the tiles underneath. So It's not the end of the world. It does create a little bit of a weird kind of look to it, but there are mods to fix that, but I'm not going to get into that with this series. Just trying to make it look a little better. Kind of transforming and making our own thing out of it. I don't even know if I'm making it better or if I'm making it worse, quite frankly. But anyway, let's take a look at this now. Campus area info. 805. Dang. So we put in 2 pretty massive buildings, and that only added that little bit. Well, if I pull this through, I could put another... Does it tell me how much beauty it creates? It doesn't actually say. It just says increases attractiveness. It doesn't tell me how much. Do one of these buildings increase attractiveness? Oh, these do too. Okay, so the groundskeeping buildings also do that. Okay, so I think they all do in some respect. Kind of like the idea of a building kind of going over the edge like this, but I don't think that's the right move. Or at least not in that way. That's kind of nice, though. It does need to be shifted over. I could soften these edges, maybe? I know we got completely off track here, fam, but you know how it be. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, so it's just not conflicting with the road. Is that a good idea? That looks super weird, right? But if it was just up along here... I could run trees along here. To kind of maybe even some rocks. Maybe the smaller rocks. I mean, the way this comes off the backside of that doesn't look great. But honestly, what if I put you know, go back a little of that concrete. You just gotta play with it. I wonder if I could sneak a fence in back here that sort of runs up the edge of this. And then used where there's a will, there's a way. Sometimes it's not easy to find, but you know, try to hide the blemishes where you can. Again, that's not perfect, but what did that add? Only 30 points of attractiveness. That's crazy. So, I mean, the student issue isn't huge. We just need to get a claim to upgrade later on. But that looks kind of nice coming up like that. You know, gotta put some more stuff in here, of course. Now, I don't know what can fit on this side. Do we have access to... Is it just the one study hall? Oh, no, it's this little thing. Oh, nice. Yeah, that can totally fit in here. In fact, the two of them. Ah. Yeah, like this, maybe? Get that tree out of the building. Yeah, just kind of... some trees right around there. Okay, 985. Okay, so those do a lot. Those little ponds things did a lot. Okay, so then the next academic year we should hit the level of acclaimed, which will unlock more buildings. Now we can have a satellite campus for this, and the way you do that is you can split. So if you go to zoning and go to your campus area, if I was to, honestly, I wonder if this area would be nice. If I pulled this over here, okay, and I made this our another campus area. If I split this, this will still count. I'll still be able to place down the same campus buildings. So you can essentially have the same trade school and you can create your own satellite campuses. And that's kind of a cheeky way to do that. And seemingly you can do that as much as you want. Now, obviously we could put a different type of school there. We could put a different thing, but I kind of like the idea of sort of this one university, but with satellite campuses, you know, so to speak. Anyway, that's just something you can, that's just a little side thing there. But okay, so we unlocked another tile. So while let's make a decision here. We get, now we can do a couple things. I could unlock this tile, which doesn't really give us a lot of buildable area, but we could finally put that shopping district in and sort of fill in this area a little bit. Or we're running into another kind of situation here where we have this split tile here. I could grab this tile and build in another interstate, potentially. I could finally put in that interstate that we had planned. That's an option. This one doesn't do a whole lot for us right now. Or we could snag one of these and then start to plan. I feel like the shopping district and getting this done might be a good move. Just because we've been talking about it for so long. Because because it's kind of, we're getting half measures on everything else. If I unlock one of these tiles, we still can only do so much because we don't have this other little bit. This would give us the most buildable. This would give us technically the most buildable area, I suppose. Or we could go down here. Honestly, we could cross the highway and start to venture down over here and build out some of the stuff that we want. I don't know. The interstate would actually be kind of interesting, and we can put in that industrial sector and really start to bridge some of that industry that we had been planning. Apparently, I also want to put a train station there. Is that a cargo station? I don't actually remember. It's been so long. There's so many different things. Yeah, let's buy this one. Yeah, we'll buy this one. And then, yeah, train station. Because I think, along with the industrial sector, so what we can do is kind of use this area to mine for some ore potentially. You know, maybe do a little bit more farming. We could cross the farming over here. But then what we can do is start that interstate. I guess we can't really finish it. Were we going to connect it down here? Or are we going to make this into another road that connects into an interstate? Because what I think we want to do ultimately is... And now the traffic actually over here isn't too bad. It's not actually too bad over here. What's the problem? Not enough buyers for products. Zone more commercial. Okay. That could be a distance issue. But we could carry this through. And just... I don't want to have, you know, too much. Because I think this is going to get used more and more. Right now, it's actually not terrible. But this, you know... This is going to have to change into something else. The only reason we have this here is for these incinerators and to put down the solar plant. But I want to maintain this as that connection and then use this to bridge a brand new industrial sector and then probably more like another village or township over here where for the working, the people who will work here. And then maybe, you know, maybe push this farm out a little bit more. Have a bridge cut across. Make it feel a little bit more seamless, perhaps. Possibilities. Well, we didn't actually get done what I had wanted to do in this episode. We got distracted, which is incredibly par for the course at this point. But next time, I think... let's not focus on that. Instead, next time we will finish this. What is our next milestone? 55,000. That will unlock another tile. And then we'll finish this. And then what we'll probably do is start to work on this area. We'll take a little break from the downtown area and start to work on this. Yeah. Awesome. Everybody, that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. And really appreciate the support for this series, and it's great to be able to get you guys YouTube content of Skylines as well as over on Twitch. It's a little bit of a different experience over here, and I like the varied option of both, but I'm really still loving this playthrough. I know it's going on a long time, but I think there's a lot of stuff to learn, and I think there's a lot of things that we can continue to I don't know, branch off of and learn, and so many things we haven't even tackled really yet, and that's the beauty of this game. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. And, but, you know, let me know. And we'll see you in the next episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. Bye, everybody.